It costs you nothing to hit that like button, family. Big Chap TV, where you know you gon' see that truth, that now this game so free. He give it a cut, that's how it's gotta be. It's Big Chap TV.
What up, family? Cost you nothing to hit that like button, fam. QCP. Now, if you don't know QCP, this the one responsible for the Migos, Lil Baby. You know, QC was one of the hardest rolling labels before, they sold the label. Now, with that being said, we also know that QPC, a QCP, was accused of some snitching allegations. Some paperwork, came up on his name. At that time, the paperwork came up on his name. Thug was disrespectful. Pee Wee Roscoe, and a lot of more, a slew of individuals. It wasn't too many, like we see when snitching allegations come out, like how we see about Thug and then go all viral. But it was a certain few hard hitters, so to speak, was speaking on QCP, and he didn't agree with that, right? Mind you, this situation was between his homeboys and a death that came about. And I must say, the street code is the street code, but the code, fam, when it comes to certain situations, need to be broke. I mean, people don't even want to call the ambulance to get help. That's how bad the code is. Or somebody rear end you, knock you off with your kids in the car, and you too hard to call the police to make a police report. You feel me? It's getting out of hand. Now, fast forward, fam. QCP just went to his social media after learning all this about Thug. And QCP went on to say they have made Atlanta look bad. QCP said he a tax-paying businessman. He not a street nigga. He said the streets is dead. When y'all gonna start worshiping? It's gonna stop worshiping the streets. QCP also spoke on Thug and Pee Wee Roscoe speaking on his name, and Thug coming out being a snitch right now. And QCP pretty much saying leave him alone. He's a tax-paying citizen, and his main thing Thug have made the city look bad. Now, with that being said, that's true. All this different stuff that Thug got going on in Atlanta have separated the city that was the Mecca. I mean, everybody wanted to come to Atlanta. It was the spot to be. To see it go down like it's going down now, and Rollo just proved the point yesterday. Because I thought about it. It's so many different artists that Thug have separated in Atlanta playing this conquer type game. Divide and conquer. And that what Thug been on since the days of, you remember, even when it comes to Lil Wayne, he was separating Birdman and Lil Wayne, coming into that situation. I can remember at that time, I'm like, this is not solid, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel right about Thug moving on Lil Wayne like that. Then come to find out, the tour bus was shot up because of Thug. Homie doing time, Pee Wee Roscoe doing time, Thug homie. About that situation. Now, if you think this game ain't real, when it come to the streets or when it come to hip hop, I'm talking about hip hop have gotten so real that it is the streets. I have said this so many times. I've been saying it over the years. A lot of dudes trying to get signed, but you really getting signed to the streets, fam, because you see what's going on. It's only a select few can let their music speak for themselves. They got that real talent like that that's able to let their music speak for themselves. If you look at QCP and what he did, with QC and, Lil Baby, I mean, it's phenomenal because Baby wasn't even no rapper. And for Baby to be at the heights that he is in this hip hop game, it just speaks volumes on another level. I always have respected QCP. Reason I respected QCP because of the way he moved. He moved in a quiet fashion. He don't be with all the boasting, and he got it. And he's the CEO, but he understands, fam, life in this game. And a lot of situations we can be in, I have been in, when it comes to murders and different charges like that. It gets scary, fam. A lot of y'all be talking, but you ain't never been in no situation. You feel what I'm saying? Traffic ticket niggas and DWIs. I'm talking about real street life situations, fam. And what we seeing in Atlanta was a lot of these dudes was facing real life street situations. I'm just here to tell you the truth. People would change up on you for themselves, fam. You dig what I'm saying? And when it come to prison and when it come to freedom, this snitching and all this, it's not no real homies in the streets. When I first did my bid, my people told on me, fam. You feel what I'm saying? And like at that time, it fucked me up, excuse my language. But now I understand people and I understand portrayal, I understand life. Portrayal was happening in the Bible. The best thing for an individual to do in the game is get out the game and do something else. This situation have backfired on Thug. I'm talking about so hard, fast. Karma came fast. And that's what I'm seeing with the Most High in this industry. Is the Most High moving in the world right now, if y'all ain't noticing. People that trying to do other people bad and down other people's name and, you know, just doing all this foul shit behind people's back is getting exposed in the worst ways. Because see, one thing about the game is that we all sinners, fam. We all fall short up under the glory of the Most High. So when it comes to the ones that sticking their nose out, like they can't be touched, that's how Thug was feeling, like he was John Gotti or something coming up out them gates. Now look at everything, what's happening. The same people, and we heard this saying many of times, the same people you see on your way up, it be the same ones you see on your way down. And Thug is on his way down and he's seeing them same ones, fam. It's funny how, and I don't care what it is, if you got a real relative, a cousin, a friend, or what, they shouldn't be able to do no wrong in your eyes if they have not did no wrong to you. You feel what I'm saying? That just period, point blank. That's just what it is. You know, I got people in my life, whether it's family or not, that if they ain't wrong me, they can't do no wrong in my eyes. Especially like my sisters or anything. That's just what it is. So a lot of people is not standing on that code no more. It's like you can wrong the next person, and this is what's going on with Lil Baby. Now I wonder what he gonna do, because him and Gunna could have been making good music going in, Lil Baby and Gunna. But he decided to listen to Thug and stop having a relationship with Gunna, even Rallo. Now what Lil Baby gonna do, knowing this situation is happening with Thug? Knowing, fam, QCP done come out and saying what he's saying. Him and Lil Baby still got a relationship. Like, it's very strange out there in Atlanta right now, fam, with all these politics. They got more politics in Atlanta right now than them boys out in LA. You feel what I'm saying? On the dead home. But yeah, man, it's crazy right now. Atlanta is off the chain. P have spoke out on this situation about Thug, and he's saying that Thug that made the city look bad. And that's true, fam, because he have divided, and I don't want to say he conquered, but he tried to in the best form and fashion. But I will keep y'all updated on situations though. But make sure you hit that like button, family, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm out.